What's up, everybody? Welcome to CAPI Live. We'll wait for some more folks to get on. Hey, John. Get my notes. If you guys would share, let everybody know we're here. Let's see. You're in Gunnersville all week? Hey, Gunnersville's a nice place. We used to vacation there. We vacationed there last year, as a matter of fact. Had a good time, too. Shh. What is it? Gabby. What's on the menu? What am I eating? Or what is on? What are we talking about? Hi, Michelle, by the way. You're in Gunnersville all week, John? Food, just French fries. Nothing great tonight. I actually had sushi tonight. I had some sushi for tonight. And I'd gotten the container and was actually on the way to start getting everything ready for the show. And I turned and dropped the container and all the sushi came out. Yeah, so I had to throw it away. It really sucked because I was really looking forward to it. It was a lot of sushi too. Using Gunnersville without you, that really sucks. Bless y'all's heart. I travel quite a bit for my job as well, but I am usually home every night. I don't usually stay. I never stay wherever I go. I always come home that same night. Okay, John. You guys meet back up on Friday in Huntsville. Cool. Well, so far it's just us three, I think. If anybody else is here and I don't see you, say hi. I thought there was a way I could share.
Front door.
I guess not.
Front door.
Sorry about that.
Front door. Front door.
It's a lot of people coming in my house. We have a really good show tonight, guys. An excellent show.
Front door.
We're going to talk about what happens when we die. And eat French fries. with ketchup. And drank the best soda in the world, Diet Coke. Not a sponsored endorsement. There is everybody. Let's see, participants. Hey, Cassandra. So far, I see Michelle, John, and Cassandra. Hope everybody's going to make it tonight because it's going to be a really good show.
Front door.
I wish they'd hurt and come in. We're going to talk about what happens when we die. Okay, John. I need to invite Donna, but forgot how. It's usually got a little invite thing on there, but it doesn't tonight on my side. John, can you invite people? Mm-mm. Yeah, I guess that's what you're going to have to do is send a link to Donna, Cassandra. She told me she was coming on tonight, but she was going to be a little late. I asked you about what? Oh, hey, I wore my CAPI t-shirt to Mardi Gras parade in Wetumpka yesterday. Invited a bunch of friends on Facebook. Thank you, Cassandra. Did you get any response from? Oh, no, you said, nobody asked me about it. Wished I had. Oh, my mother-in-law did. She's interested. That's cool. Stop it, Toby. Stop what? What'd Toby do? Are you talking about with the screen froze? Because if that's what you're talking about, that was me. That wasn't Toby. Maybe they'll give me a chance to eat before everybody comes on. Yeah, you guys send a link or invite if you can. Tom and Donna and Veronica and Katie and Hey, Donna was ready now on Messenger for me to invite her. Okay. Don't know what that means. She was already on Messenger waiting. Hmm. I don't know why they can't just come straight to YouTube. If you're subscribed, you get a notification. If you're subscribed and hit the bell, then you get notified as soon as it comes on. I got notified when I came on. Mm. I don't know, Cassandra. That's weird. I can't believe you went to the Mardi Gras parade, Cassandra. I wish I'd have known you were going. I would have went. My wife and kids went, but I didn't go. She asked me if I wanted to, and I was just like, nah, not really. I had to do a lot of research yesterday. What's what in EVP? What are you talking about, EVP? It sounded like fun. I've shared the link. Okay, thank you, John. What would you talk about EVP? Donna says she subscribed. She should have subscribed and hit the notification bell. Is she on yet? If she's subscribed and hit the notification bell, then she shouldn't have to be invited. It would send her a notification with the link every time we go live or post a video. No, either. We can get a couple more people on, and we'll get started. Only have 4 people on. I don't know where everybody's at tonight. Y'all invite and share. Michelle, are you back? And Donna, are you here? I don't know where Tom's at. John said he sent him an invite. I sent him the link. I'm going to talk some deep stuff tonight. He should have been here. Toby was opening the doors. No, that's my family. They just came home from the in-law's house. So they're walking around outside and doing stuff outside this room. Not outside. It's raining outside. Did everybody survive the storms okay? Everybody that's on right now, send me a hi, even if you've already talked to me. So I'm showing more people on than's been talking. Sandra says, we need a spirit to tell us what happens after we die. That's true. But everybody's got an opinion. John said he has split personalities watching. Those fries are good. You should come try some. Well, I hit 6 people and it went down to 4. No, they're not homemade, Cassandra. I didn't have time to make homemade. I do make some really good homemade French fries, though. I didn't have time tonight. They're all right up. The crinkle cut, which are really good. I thought I heard Paranormal talking in the background. You did. What? What?
That's for your present.
When?
Remember? Turtle?
Sure. Thank you. Okay, go. Don't let them out.
It's easy.
Well, I guess we're just going to go ahead and get started, y'all. Maybe this is how many we're going to have tonight. Watch the cats.
Can you give me that tape beside the blue box?
The what?
Tape behind beside the blue box?
The what beside the blue box? So let's just get started, y'all. If anyone's, hey, Katie's in. You came just in time, Katie. We're getting started. But maybe people will start coming in as we get started. Like I said, we was going to talk about what happens after we die, from different point of views, religion and the different forms of religion. I got a few examples, not all. I didn't touch on a whole lot of religions because most of them feel the same way when it comes to death and reincarnation or afterlife or eternity or punishment or reward. So I didn't really go all out on the religion part. Just rain there. We got hit. We got hit pretty bad. We lost our back porch. So yeah, our back porch got destroyed. Phone disconnected. Uh-oh. Come in.
Is it okay if Zoe goes with them?
No. Close the door. So yeah, we got hit pretty hard. It got pretty nasty here in Millbrook. We literally lost our back porch. Our lean-to and all that's gone. It was destroyed. But hey, that's why you have homeowners insurance, right? I had a grill under there that got pretty messed up too. Maybe. Had a Porsche. Tornado hit us so hard that it disintegrated the Porsche completely. There's no remnants of it left. Insurance. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. It did destroy our porch, though. It did destroy the roof of our porch and knocked the banisters down and everything. So we'll have to get that fixed. But hey, we're alive. There was some people killed in Alabama. Yes, thank you, Katie. Me too. We actually weren't home when it happened. My oldest son was here. Our producer was here when it happened, and he called me and said, "Hey, the horse just flew away." But yeah, I'm glad we're okay too. That could have been bad. But some people were killed in West Alabama, so it could have been a heck of a lot worse. Hey, Donna, she's finally here. All right, well, I say let's get right into this. Donna. Can't be a show without Donna. You have to have the Dawn. It's not really a good show without Tom either. We need Tom. I don't know where he's at. Maybe he'll come in a little late like he did last time. Oh, there's Tom. Back from Dallas. Rain sucked. Yes, it did. Yeah, Donna told me that earlier today, y'all. She's moving back to Bama. She doesn't know where yet, but she is moving back to Bama. So that's cool. Should be closer. You can participate in stuff now. You guys, who can tell me the date of the CAPI meet and greet? Who can tell me that? What is the date of the CAPI meet and greet?
Front door.
Has everybody forgotten already? Who was really on to it? Cassandra was. Cassandra, what's the date of the CAPI meet and greet? It's this month, right? Is there a big lag? Is that why no one's answering? Or did you guys really forget? Here comes Cassandra. Look how smart she is. March 16th at 6 p.m. Where's it at? I'm not going to wait for you guys to say where it's at. It's at San Marcos in Millbrook. I mean, in Wetumpka. March 16th at 6 o'clock in Wetumpka. Yep, it's San Marcos. There you go. Damn, dude. Why are you saying damn, dude? Carl can't take the snow and his son button in. Gotcha. Who's buying? I think everyone's buying their own. We're going Dutch. I hope y'all don't think I'm paying for everybody. That's right. Meet up at San Marcos in Wetumpka, Alabama at 6 p.m. on the 16th. Oh, Donna's going to pay for Cassandra. You're so sweet. That's right, Don. Or Tom. Tequila. Tequila. Gotta have the tequila. You can still come, Donna, if you're here on the 16th. What do you guys say we get started? I think everybody's here. March 16th at 6 o'clock, San Marcos in Wetumpka, Alabama. Everybody try to come. Wear your CAPI shirts. Absolutely wear your CAPI shirts. Oh, Cassandra, you're so sweet. "14 confirmed from the last report you heard. 14 deaths? Crap, man. That was a heck of a tornado. So it was like 3 miles wide. Wetumpka, Donna. Have a shot of tequila for me. I'll have several shots of tequila for you, Katie. All right, guys, let's get started. Y'all ready? Johnny said Millbrook, then said Wetumpka. Yeah, it's Wetumpka, you guys. I may have said Millbrook before, but yeah, it's Wetumpka. I'll have a designated driver if you're talking to me. My wife is always my designated driver because she never drinks that much. She may drink a mixed drink, San Marquis or something like that. San Marcos. I meant to say a sangria or whiskey sour or something like that. She does a whole bunch. It's no fun being the DD. Somebody's got to be the DD. I don't think Wetumpka has Uber yet, John. They're a little small. I don't think they have Uber. But let's get started. I want to start this out with on the religious aspects of it, because that's what we're going to come in contact with a lot in our field. Excuse me. One filled bottle of Jose. I'm not a big fan of Jose Cuervo. I like it, but it's the tornado was in Montgomery County, Elmore County, Lee County, a whole bunch of, it's like from central to east.
Are you talking
Alabama.
about the tornado?
Mm-hmm.
I was just reading about it.
Yeah. So far, it was 14 dead.
It said the tornado was half a mile wide.
That is huge. Get that cat.
Because I was just reading when it said it was half a mile wide and went on for several miles.
Mm-hmm.
That's a massive freaking tornado.
Good night, Michelle. Is there a big lag, guys? I know I've asked something and then y'all answer it like way down the line, so there may be a big lag with the weather being the way it is.
Doesn't seem like any lag.
Where?
Here, as soon as you say something, it's on screen.
That doesn't matter. Whenever they're receiving it, it'll be a lag. Like Facebook used to do too.
Well, Facebook and YouTube uses cheeks completely different. I can never just type in the name of the channel and get it to pull up.
Right. It's not that much of a lag on my end. It's not that much of a lag on my end.
Yeah, It's less than like 2 seconds.
Yeah, right at a second. So it's not much of a lag, but you guys are kind of slow. Maybe someone else is getting it kind of slow. Yeah, Donna, the tornado was started out in the south part of the state, went up to central Alabama, and then shot off to the east northeast. And in this area, from south to central, it didn't do a whole bunch. Just some small damage, like our porch and a lot of limbs and trees down and stuff like that I know of. I haven't heard any reports in our area, but the tornado went to East Alabama and did a lot of damage. It said it was huge, and it killed 14 so far. I heard 10. John said last report said 14. So that's crazy. So I sure hate it. That sucks, man. The weather's no joke. Didn't mean to interrupt, but I'm now a ordained minister. Anyone want to get married? I'm an ordained minister as well, Donna. Welcome to the club. Tom's always ready to move on. I don't even acknowledge it anymore. He says, let's move on. Tom says a lot, but he's still cool though. How do we see who all's on? I can see. I don't think you can. I can. I can tell who all's on. Once it gets to a certain number, I can. But I don't think you can. I don't know. All right. Well, maybe they'll start coming in after we get started.
Front door.
All right. So let's get started. Dawesian dutyism. There you go. The dude abides. All right. So what I think I know some of you guys, but I don't think I know everybody's. What are some of the religions in our group, our little group? Y'all tell me what your religious beliefs are. You Protestant, you Baptist, you Presbyterian, Catholic. What are some of your beliefs? And there is a rhyme and reason for the answer for the question. So, all right. Sandra says Christian. Doesn't have a lag. I don't think there is that much of a lag, guys. If it is, it's on your end. Christian. I think that's going to be probably the biggest thing, right? Is Christian. Because nowadays we didn't. Did you guys see that? Did it go behind me? That was cool. It's like a light just shot right across. I don't know what that was. I've never seen that in here before. But Christian, just believe. Got you, Tom. That's what I was going to say. You see that a lot now. That the non-denominations, like I don't go to a denominated church. I always go to non-denomination churches because I don't really mind Baptist or Protestant or Presbyterian or Catholic. I've been to a lot of churches, especially when I was studying religion. But I prefer a non-denominational church. When I go to church, I prefer someone that's not keen to do something. So okay, we got a Baptist. Cassandra's a Christian. She goes to Baptist. Katie was raised Catholic, but am now non-denominational. There you go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Southern Baptist, cool. Raised Catholic. Donna says Baptist. Yeah, see, so in the South, you have a lot of Pentecostal and Presbyterian and Baptist and a lot of Catholic too in the South. Not as much, it's more prevalent in the northern states, but we do have a lot of Catholics, especially transparent people. John said Christian, Cassandra. Echo is gone. Was there an echo? No one else said anything about an echo. I see where you said it to begin with. So I don't know. Y'all tell me if there's something wrong with the sound, and I'll try to fix it. Non-denominational Christian. There you go. That's me right now. I'm non-denominational, but I'm also, I think I've shared with you guys before that I don't really believe in mainstream. Tom said that he's just a believer. Cassandra. The light was Toby, probably. I don't know what that was. That was weird. I have to go back and look on the show afterwards and see if it showed up on the screen, because it looked like it went right around me, so it should have showed up. But I don't believe in a lot of what the mainstream of the Judeo-Christian beliefs are. I think we picked and chose. I think Christians picked and chose what they wanted to include and exclude and share, and how they interpret stuff and stuff. So I got a lot of problems with it. But when it comes to death, Christianity is kind of, if you look at different beliefs within Christianity, not anything else, but just Christianity, like JW, Jehovah Witnesses. Do we have any Jehovah Witnesses? Do we have any Jehovah's children in here? I don't think we do. If you are, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But the Bible says that when a person dies, this is Jehovah speaking. When a person dies, his life ends. Death is the opposite of life. When someone dies, his feelings, his memories, do not keep on living somewhere else. They go away. When we die, we can't see, we can't hear, and we can't think anymore. Even King Solomon said the dead knows nothing at all. The dead cannot love or hate. There is no work, nor planning, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave. That it was just, everything's gone. It just, like a light switch, it turns off. And what they're explaining there, in that some religions has taken that as there must be a midsection, a mid-earth, or mid-existence, if you will. Because if that's true, then we don't go to heaven when we die. Believers doesn't go to heaven when they die. They go to that midsection, that purgatory, or that holding stage, that middle existence, until the second coming. But what I feel is what they're explaining there is the body as a being. You lose everything, your knowledge, your ability, your senses, your beliefs, your ability to think, your ability to love and to hate. All of that leaves because the body doesn't incorporate any of that. The body incorporates mechanisms. I think the only tie to the soul and the body is the electricity. I think the soul feeds the electricity in the body, and our body has to have electricity to operate just like anything else, just like this computer, and this camera, and this microphone, and this tablet, and my alarm system. Everything has to have electricity to run. So do we. We have to have electricity to run. We, thank goodness, were made wireless. We don't have to. We're the first wireless mechanical objects. Um, we all thought it was cool whenever phones went wireless, but we are the first wireless electrical uh, appliances, because we do have electricity in our bodies. Our heart operates off of it. Certain nerve endings and brain responses, and the pathways from our brain to our nerves, and to our cognitive thought, all of that operates off of electricity. And so, if you think about it, we are the first wireless electrical and objects, but we just don't have to have batteries. We have enough electricity to last us our lifetime, thank goodness, and then beyond. Actually, now that we've looked into it more, um, so I think that's our only connection between the body and the soul, is that electricity. The soul, the spirit provides that power for the body. Um, our body is just a shell. That's all it is. It's a vehicle. Y'all heard me say that on here before, and that's what I think King Solomon and Jehovah or God is talking about here. Is they're saying that you know, you guys are gonna laugh because I can never ever say this, but Ecclesiastes, I can never say it. Um, I'm gonna put some references up. I'll tell you what. I'll put it in the comments that way. Um, you guys can see it, and y'all can actually look for yourselves to make sure I'm not messing around with you. I wouldn't do that anyway on a serious talk. You have to be there before I can type there. Hmm. I'm gonna get back on y'all's comments in just a second. Hold on. You don't think I'm ignoring you or anything? Because I'm not. I would never ignore you. I love you. See, what was it? 5, 6, 10. All right, let's get on some of these so I don't lose track of where you guys are at. This one comes anyway. Into that between Catholicism and Baptist. Yeah, well, if you think about it, Baptist and Catholic, Cassandra, there's a lot of similarities there. Do you believe in absolute truth? Good question. Um, which aspect of absolute truth are you asking about? I can answer that better that way. Time change tomorrow forward an hour. Yep. That's next week, isn't it? I think so. Mm, next week. Yeah, I think that's next week. Our soul was God breathed. With death, we either go or we go some else, somewhere. Thus, the paranormal. I think I see what you lift death. We either go or we go some else, where somewhere. Thus, the paranormal. I think I know where you're going there, Tom. Okay, Tom, you start paranormal. Um, yeah, I'll address that. Let's see. Believe that you die and you go good, and the good ones go to heaven until end of times, then go God destroys the earth, rebuild it, and then the good ones live on earth the way Adam and Eve was supposed to. Yeah, okay. Conventional Christianity, yeah. I see where you're going there, Donna. I had a conversation with God in a dream. Maybe lay off that type of sleeping medication, John. And a lot not. One true God. One true God. Okay. Serena gets her biopsy done to open cancer. Tuesday. Okay, cool. Cool. Thank you for letting us know. No mats. I was just playing, John. All right. One true God. Is that what you're saying when I asked you about what aspect of to believe in absolute truth? One true God. Is that what you're saying, Cassandra? Were you answering me that or just stating that? I think you were answering, wasn't you? Yeah, that's what I thought. I do. Okay, John. Absolutely. That'll be a good story to tell. That'll be an awesome story to tell. I've got a few stories I was going to tell at this meet up too. So that's going to be. We're going to have so much fun, y'all. That's going to be an awesome time. We're going to have everybody telling stories. I know Cassandra's got a few stories. We're going to have so much fun. I only pray. Oh, hold on. I'm not going to get on that. Let me get back on this. I do believe in one true God. I just don't. I believe in God. I just don't believe in man's interpretation or perception of God. Um, I don't think there's any one true, not Christian, but religion out there that can say we're it. Christianity is the most self-righteous, judgmental, um, unrelenting, murderous group to ever put the shroud of a religion over their heads. They've done more wars and death and judgments than anybody. I mean, if you look back in times that the biggest wars were fought over Christianity, being judgmental. Um, Look at Salem, Massachusetts, all the people that were killed there because Christians thought you were a witch. Um, Infidelity was, we're going to talk about a place tonight. I can't even remember the name of it. What was it? I don't remember the name of it. We're going to talk. Well, I'll say it whenever we get to that. But it was a castle. It was a palace in Great Britain, and the lady of that palace was killed because of infidelity. She was guilty. She did sleep around. You know, she did what she wasn't supposed to do. But does that mean she should have been killed for it in the name of Christianity, in the name of religion, in the name of God? So I'm sorry. I just think we've done a lot of stuff in the name of God that we shouldn't have done. So people, and I know what people say. Well, you know, they stoned people to death back in the day. They crucified people. Because there's a lot of people crucified in the Bible too, not just God, not just Jesus or God, but beat them with whips, canes. I mean, come on, it's pretty horrendous. But I do believe in one true God. I just don't believe in man's perception and interpretation of said God. So that's where I'm at. I only pray to God. I disagree with your statement there, Donna. You said, I only pray to God to help someone who needs it. I never ask for myself. I think that's kind of misleading on what prayer and faith is supposed to be. It's good that you pray for people that um, need answers and need help biblically, but prayer is put there. I think you disappoint God when you don't pray for stuff for yourself. I really do. It's a tool and a gift that's given to you that it should be used. So I think you disappoint him when you do that. But that's just my opinion. Hey, do we need to make reservations? I've already taken care of that, Cassandra. Only the ones who are not true Christ-like. I don't know where you're going with that, but okay. This topic is so very close to my heart right now. It hurts to talk about it, but it's a topic I definitely need to hear right now. So thank you. Oh, Katie, you're so awesome. I miss talking to Katie. You're awesome, Katie. Yes, but they were evil about Doll in the Florida Key. Oh, I'm reading two different things. They the so-called Christians who did the evil in the name of God. Yeah, don't say did, say does, because that's not stopped. Just because we're not in the end or the medieval times, it still goes on today. Because Christians are still there. So, Doll and the Florida Keys. No, I did not hear about Doll and the Florida Keys. Tell me about that. Well, those people that tortured and killed in the name of God were very evil and never a part of Him. But to them, they were. So, I believe the gun. Groups of people that I have it wrong, and subfolders of people. Yeah, we can show it. Why does it ask me? Can I show that? John had asked me, could I, if it was okay for me to show what you just wrote. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, that's fine. I like that. It says, I believe that God has a folder called groups of people that have it wrong, and subfolder says people who kill in my name. There you go. Yeah, I think there's a special little place in hell for those people. But about the ones doing evil to witches. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I wish we could open mic sometimes. Doesn't work. Yeah, on the typing. Yeah, Westboro Church, go into that file. Yeah, definitely Westboro Church would definitely go into that file. That's a bunch of wackos, man. It's an occult, is what it is. I look at Westboro Baptist as an occult just as much as Church of Christ is an occult. So, yeah, I mean, it's their interpretation of what is right and what is wrong. So, um, Psalms 146, let me put that one on there too. I just love this thing. It makes me do it every single time. You look at that one, Psalms 146:4. It talks about the fact that whenever someone dies, that person's thoughts die as well. In religion, in a nutshell, religion humans, the first humans, Adam and Eve, um, were given the gift of eternal life. I don't think God created Adam and Eve to destroy Adam and Eve. Um, I really don't. The CIA, did someone say cult? We're not a cult. I had a run in with them at DragonCon one year. With Westboro? That's sad. We love the Illuminati. What is the scripture about? I heard someone say Illuminati too. CIA, go away. You're going to hear a lot more too. Keep your ears open. What is the scripture about absent from the body but present from the Lord? I don't know. Look that up because that might tie into what we're saying. So look that one up, Cassandra. Yeah, I really don't believe that God created humans to destroy humans. I don't think that was His intention. He didn't destroy, create, his greatest creation just to, destroy it. Um, while I know that God knows everything and he foreseen, I think He knew what was going to happen before it happened. I think He knew that we were going to be rather disobedient and dumb. You know, he knew that we were going to mess up, but I don't think he created us to destroy us. Um, he created Adam and Eve to live and know only good and happiness. Adam and Eve chose to disobey and eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, or good and bad. Um, then they knew death. Look at Genesis. Excuse me. 2:9. Probably 17 too. Yeah. So Christianity says basically that we live, that we're born, we die, um, and then we go to heaven and we go to hell. Did you find that, John? Is that what that 2 Corinthians 5:8? Is that what you're talking about? Okay, paranormal question, Tom. What do you mean? We are talking paranormal, Tom. If we're going too slow for you, or if you don't like it, I mean, you can always turn it off. This is paranormal. What we're talking about. It's life after death. So I mean, this is paranormal. So you know, get in with the conversation, or just turn it off, buddy. Whatever you want to do. But I mean, don't just keep pushing like that. I mean, it's kind of a crappy thing to do. It's kind of a douchebag thing to do, man. So I mean, I want you to stay on here. I want you to be part of the conversation. But this is paranormal. This is what we're talking about. Death. Could there be ghosts? That's what it all ties into. Okay, so it is paranormal. All right. Love you, bro. All right. 2 Corinthians 5:8. Yeah, that's what you was talking about. So yeah, add that one to your list of research. Hey, don't say oops. It's cool. You're not doing anything. I'm not like mad at you or getting on to you. I'm just saying this is paranormal. So you know, it's. I want you to get in with the conversation instead of like keep it on like that. Just get into the conversation. The CIA says these days it seems the world is turning against Christians. It is good to see us stream this Christian. Jesus is my Savior, and those who deny Christ before man, he will deny them before the Father. We're not really talking about Christianity. That's just part of what we're talking about, CIA. I'm not saying anything against Christianity. I'm for Christianity, but this is a paranormal group. That's what we're talking about. That was just part of it. We've actually talked kind of bad about Christianity, the past Christianity and the present too, because they're not very open-minded people, I would say, when it comes to other religions. They think that their religion is the only religion, and if you're doing anything other than that, then you should be burned at the stake or burned in hell forever. So, but there's also some that say that hell is not forever too. So that there's a second chance. So who knows? Hey, it looks like we got a new viewer. Yeah, welcome CIA. This does have to do with things that are not of this world. Yeah, absolutely. Tom, get with the program. Yeah, quit picking on Tom. I shouldn't have said anything. They're gonna get you now, Tom. Religion or question mark? Tom's a good guy, y'all. Don't get on Tom's case. That's what I meant. With regard, yeah, absolutely. That's right. That's what I said. Y'all get off Tom. I don't think she was jumping on Tom. I think she was just uh, playing with him. Johnny, you know, I believe in he. What? I don't get that. You believe in he? What is? You believe in the question mark, or you believe in he question mark? What is that? Get that one for me, buddy. Whether they are giants or fallen angels, you know, I believe in the question mark, the unknown. Yeah, I know you do. But what I'm trying to pull together here when I'm talking about this is what's the real religion? I mean, Christians are so bold that they can stand there and say that they're the way, they're the only way to heaven. You know, they're the only way to an afterlife of bliss and reward. But there's a lot of different religions out there, guys. I mean, why do we have to have one true religion? That's, you know, Christianity. Okay, that's it. But look at some of the sects inside of Christianity, like the Church of Christ. I'm sorry, it doesn't take you 5 minutes after reading about them. Do your own research, make up your own mind, but it won't take you 5 minutes of reading them. And if you know the definition of an occult, then you are going to know the definition of the Church of Christ. They're an occult. They say that nothing else can be done by any other religion, even Christianity. I mean, even Baptists, you know, appreciate the Presbyterian and the Pentecostal, you know, and accept them as brothers and sisters. But Church of Christ says no. They say we don't accept anybody else. No other Christian sect, no other religions, you know, no other beliefs. All of that. You are all going to hell. We're the only ones that's going to heaven. Sounds like an occult to me, you know. And then they're twisting and turning everything in the Bible up. So I mean, yeah, do your own research and make up your own mind. But that's just my opinion. But how do we know that? Let's look at Hinduism. Hinduism believes in a cycle of death and rebirth called samsara. When a person dies, their atman is reborn in a different body. They believe that we are reborn directly after death, and it continues. It just continues. It goes on and on and on and on and on until you reach your Brahman, which is your lunar sphere, if you will, your enlightenment. Basically, good lives equal good lives. If you live a good life, you have a smooth, happy transition into the lunar sphere. If you live a bad life, anything can happen to you, from being reborn as a dog or a cat or a fish or a bird, to, if you're really bad, you could come back as a mosquito, you know, or a botfly or something like that, you know. So I mean, Hinduism, they kind of got it. Hinduism and Buddhism is kind of like they run a lot along the same beliefs, because they both believe in the samsara. They believe that they believe in a cycle of death and rebirth called the samsara, through karma and a individual enlightenment. Now, Hinduism and Buddhism, their goal is not to reincarnate. They don't want to reincarnate. Their goal is that lunar sphere, you know, that the Brahman. And in some Hinduism, it's called Waka. And it's their belief on enlightenment, their nirvana, when they finally reach that nirvana stage. And they do that by living many different lifetimes. They'll reincarnate over and over and over until, um, and each reincarnation or each life cycle, they try to do their best, to be their best and be good, so that their next life cycle they can, you know, skip the being a mosquito part, and go straight to being, their go straight into the Brahman, or the lunar sphere, um, so that their souls or their spirits can rebirth into an eventual godlike state, which kind of goes right back into Egyptian. So you see how a lot of religions kind of like click in together. Um, there was I can't remember their names. I should have wrote them down. But there was a king, an Egyptian king, and for years before him, um, the Egyptians actually, and up until their demise, they believed in many different gods. They believed that there was gods for happiness. There was gods for sun. There was gods for um, births. There was gods for a good family. There was gods for wealth, gods for possessions. So they worshipped all these different gods. Well, then this one king comes along and he says, when he takes over, he says, you know what? Kind of like he trumped his way in and said, hey, I don't like this. Don't like the way this has been going. We're going to change this. There's only one God, and we're going to worship that one God. Well, unfortunately, I can't remember his name. I wish I could. But you'll know his son. Unfortunately, he died. And so now his son, who was only 9 years old, gets to be the king. And so he's king now. He's 9 years old, and he's a king of this great nation, and huge nation too. And all the elders and all the uh, Christianity would call them deacons and prophets, from the old days. They all come to this king, this new king who was only 9 years old, and they tell him, hey, this is what needs to be done. And, we need to change this back to this. And for some reason, we don't know why, your dad kind of said there's only one God and we're going to worship that one God. It's kind of crazy, I know. And he should have never said that, never done that. So let's change that back. It would work better this way for everybody. This dude's 9 years old. So he says, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. We will change it back. And so they changed it back. And so that guy, the 9-year-old, was King Tut. And when he died, they put him in a tomb. But before he died, what he did was he had his tomb prepared. And he wrote all these different spells on the walls of his tomb. And there's all kinds of writings, and they're all magic spells. They're religious incantations. And it's believed in their religion, because he died a king, that he can dwell with the gods. And all he has to do is every night he has to get out of his coffin. His spirit reunites with his body, and he gets out of this huge concrete coffin, and he has to recite all these spells. And as he recites these different spells, he's going on a journey, metaphysically, of course, and he's having to escape such things as serpents and evil spirits and dragons and all this stuff that's trying to attack him and get him back to death. Excuse me, sorry, and get him back to death. But he's unable to. So if he's able to do that, which he does every night, then he can go and dwell with the gods and be with the gods. But if he's not able to do that, then of course he gets put back into death. And so every night he has to do that. And there's thousands of spells, if not millions, or if not hundreds of thousands. I mean, they're just everywhere. So he just has to do that over and over and over and over. So I guess in a nutshell, I'm gonna get to your comments. Don't worry, but I guess in a nutshell, um, it's different religions, no matter what they are, whether it's Buddhism, Christianity, Catholics. Catholics believe that the only thing you have to do to go to heaven is confess, um, over and over and over. Um, that I mean, they don't believe that's the only thing you have to do to go to heaven. Of course, you have to be reborn and all that stuff. But then you can atone your sins daily if you want. That's kind of crazy, but some Baptist beliefs would kind of give me a chuckle too, some Pentecostal beliefs. The Pentecostals were the great people that decided it was a super great idea to kiss and play with and taunt snakes, poisonous snakes during their services. So yeah, that's real crazy. But in a nutshell, religion believe in being good. They believe in pleasing the Father or the God, whatever that God may be, whether it be Jehovah or God or Buddha or whoever. They believe in pleasing them, and then that there's a ultimate reward for that, and an ultimate punishment as well. So whether it's reincarnation or an existence after death or an eternal bliss slash hell, religion basically believes the same. All religions basically believe the same concept of immortality or mortality. They just have different ways of going about it. So I think that you have to make an educated guess and decide what's best for you. And whatever is best for you, then that's what you believe. And nobody can take that from you. So let's jump into science. What is science? Let me read you guys' comments real
Front
quick.
door.
Where did I stop at?
Front door. Front door.
I got that one. Now it's a biblical paranormal stream. What are your thoughts on it? I think they answered that's what I meant by one trip and on my place stop jumping on. I'm torn about that. My thoughts on them are they were a myth. Not me, aliens equal fallen angels equal demons. Only for yourself is yes. Any religion that professes Jesus is the only way. About that too. See, Cassandra, that's kind of a Christian judgmental thing to say. I see what you're saying there. Any religion that professes Jesus is the only way. That's what you believe because that's what you've been taught. But there's a lot of people that would disagree with you on that. So I can't say that's the only thing. I mean, that's not the only way to view that. But I see what you're saying. There's nothing wrong with you, feeling that way. But just realize there's other people, other beliefs that could contradict that. So I believe that what God has given us in His Word is what we can understand about Him. It's the difference between reading a fairy tale and a PhD level textbooks, right? I agree with that statement, John. I find these other beliefs interesting. I do too. I do too. Believes that, okay, let's see. Hinduism also believes that their version of heaven is the other side of is on the other side of the moon. Yeah. 12 major religions. Yes, there is 12 major religions. Muslims believe after they die, they become gods with their family in heaven. Yeah. In their own heaven. Not in heaven, but in their own heaven. Yes, Tut, King Tut. So it's, okay, thank you. I couldn't remember his name. Yeah. I guess it's spread the good news. Yeah, I agree, Cassandra, and there's nothing wrong with you spreading that news. Absolutely. Just, I mean, even radical Islam believes in God. I mean, they're kind of wacko on their interpretation, but don't they feel what you feel? I mean, they feel their interpretation of God is so real that um, they're willing to die. You know, so I mean, their beliefs are just as strong as yours. So, are Christians, not any one person, but while I would never have considered myself judgmental second time on this site. I don't understand what you're saying. What the crap? Sorry, my computer's going nuts. Never have considered myself judgmental second time on this site. I don't understand what you're saying. Cassandra, if you're saying that I called you judgmental, I wasn't talking about you particularly. It's not all about you, dear. Christianity in general, not Cassandra's Christianity. Yes, but they deny Christ. See, that's why I hate getting onto that kind of subject. But you have to on an afterlife discussion. Um, how do you know that denying Christ isn't the right thing to do? That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's the right thing to do, and I don't do it. But how do we know it's not? I mean, who are you to say your religion is king? Your religion is what is and what isn't. You feel strongly about it. I get it. That's what you've been taught all your life, and that's what happens. But
Front door.
we just, I think that it's all one big thing. It's all one big ending, and that there's different ways to that goal. There's different ways to that afterlife, that eternity. Um, you can gain that immortality in different ways than just one religion, is what I'm trying to say. Not Cassandra, don't get your feelings hurt, but Christianity, as opposed to Buddhism, as opposed to Hinduism, as opposed to Baptist, I mean, whatever it may be. The CIA is on the stream, no wonder your computer is acting up.
Front door.
And the Native American face that Navajo would refuse to use the name of the person for at least a year after their death, in the belief that it would call back their spirit of the afterlife. Navajo also believed that sudden and violent deaths could cause bad spirits or Chindi to haunt the bereaved family. In this case, rituals were especially important. Yes, they would call in the shaman to take care of those, which is all just their belief in that. So, I haven't been taught it all my life, just saw how he's changed my life. There you go. Awesome. I meant all of your Christian life, not since you were born. Yeah, I'm glad you said that, Cassandra, because that kind of breaks it down to where I'm going with that. Um, uh, let's see, have you been? I haven't been to I just saw how he's changed my life. I think that's what it is. It's a personal relationship. That's what the key is. My personal relationship with God might not correspond with your personal relationship with God. So how you form your relationship with Him and how you obtain the goal of that immortality might not be the way I do it. So don't step on the way I do it, and I won't step on the way you do it. See what I'm saying? And I'm not saying Johnny and Cassandra. I'm saying different sects of Christianity, different religions, different beliefs, but they all kind of tie into that one goal of immortality, right? Yes. What? What? Cool. Close the door. All right. I haven't been, I got that. Been, like I said, involved in different religions before. Yeah, me too. So what are you doing after? No, I do not hate anyone or their beliefs about even the Muslims. Different religion versus relationship. Exactly, John. Cassandra, again, I'm not talking about Cassandra Britton. Darling, do not take it personal. Not once have I said Cassandra. Maybe you thought I said Cassandra when I said Christian. I'm not talking about you in general. I'm not talking about you in specific. I'm talking about your religion. That's all. Yes, you did. No, I didn't. I really didn't. I'm not talking about you. I've said that I haven't talked. I wasn't talking about you in particular 50 million times, but I haven't said that it was all Cassandra. I promise you, I didn't. So let's get off of Christian. I mean, off of religion. I think that's a good idea. I've said her name like 50 million times tonight because I was answering what she was saying. I wasn't saying it was her. Are y'all really that? Really? The only time I've is because I was answering what she was saying, but I wasn't saying that it was her. I don't, maybe I made it sound like that. I apologize. Well, I mean, okay, you're messing with me, but you're saying it in a way that I messed up. You know, I mean, while she's getting upset or whatever, that I'm saying it's just her. Are you jealous, John? Obviously, he is. Okay, I didn't know I had to say this. I would have done it in the very beginning. But I'm not talking about you in particular, anyone in particular, you people. Okay, I'm talking about religion. Okay, I didn't think I would have to say something like that in the beginning, but that's my bad. I should have. Um, just joking. Haha. Wow. All righty. Let's get off religion. We obviously can't handle that conversation. So let's get off religion. Um, I'm going to talk about science now. If there's any scientist on there, I'm not talking about you particular. If I talk about your field, I'm not talking about you. Okay. If there's a scientist on here named Frank, I'm not talking about you, Frank. Okay. I'm talking about your field. Okay. Just so you know. All right. If there's any scientist, I'm not talking about you particular, just your field. Um, so let's talk about, I don't have much more, thank God. Um, as everybody knows, poor Frank, Uh, as everybody knows, scientists for forever have always dispelled paranormal, right? Hauntings, ghosts, ufology. Um, they've always dispelled it. They always said that it's uh, it's like nothing. It's a pseudoscience. It's just something for people to have fun with. Um, it's all in their minds. But while 60% of the scientists still believe that it's lights out theory, the whole lights, y'all know what the lights out theory is? Does anybody know? Does anybody not know what the lights out theory is? Trying to wait for you to get through with the crap. When you die, it's over. Nope. Okay, she does it. When you die, it's over. Yeah, that's basically what it is. Thank you, John. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Yes, there's no afterlife. It's exactly, Cassandra. There is nothing. It's just lights out. Someone turns the light out, and you go, and you're gone. You're dead. Nothing else is there. It's all over. So that's what 60% of scientists believe, is that it's you just cease to exist, like stepping on a cockroach. You just all gone. So 40 the other 40% believe in everything from religion to existence of an afterlife. But in recent years, scientists have found brain activity up to several minutes after the body is dead, clinically dead. Um, well, then no purpose to go on, right, Cassandra? That's why I'm glad that's not true. I don't believe that's true. But just like we said on religion, you have to take that as someone's belief, and you can't, crap on it, because that's their belief. So let them have that belief, and just you do you. You know what I mean? I said her name, not you particularly, just Christians in general. Okay, Baptist in general. We can't, crap on there. How could you possibly enjoy life? I agree. Why even, I guess while you're here, they feel that while you're here, do the best you can and be all the best you can and have fun. And then when you're dead, you're dead. It's all over. Someone turns the light off. That really sucks. I hope that's not. I know that's not real because ghosts exist. So it can't be the whole thing. But they say that they don't. We're going to talk about the top three reasons, scientific explanations for ghost. We'll talk about the top three of those. And one of their top three, what a meaningless existence, right? But that cockroach may have been a Buddhist trying to make it to the other side of the moon. Exactly. He's going to come back as a rat next. Or maybe he was a really good cockroach and he'll come back as a bird or something. I don't know. They do believe that you can step up. That once, if you were evil in this life and you come back as something like an insect or a cockroach, then you can come, if you can actually build yourself up from there. So I don't know how a cockroach builds itself up. Maybe doesn't spread any diseases or something. I don't know. Be a good cockroach, I guess. So work hard and be good. Don't kill other insects or bugs. All right. So the top three scientific explanations for ghosts, because I told you so. That's I try not to kill even bugs. I kill some bugs. I kill bugs like crazy. I can't tell you how many stink bugs I've killed this year because some things are bad this year. But then the bird will eat a cockroach and come back as another cockroach. right? I don't know what you have to do as an animal to come back. I don't know, but I don't feel guilty when I kill cockroaches or rats. I don't feel guilty at all. I want them out of my house, away from me. They spread diseases because they're bad. And for some reason, I don't ever get the rats and the cockroaches that are trying to be good to get them to be a bird next time. I always get the bad ones. So you can't tell them apart, so you just have to kill them equally. So, but yeah, that's the top. Just put them outside. There you go. All right. The top reason for ghost in the scientific field is because I told you so. All right. Attempts to explain hauntings often draw upon psychological factors such as suggestion. There was a study with 22 participants. 11 were told the site was haunted, and 11 were told the site was just under renovation. And then they took 22 people basically, and they cut them down in the middle. 11 they said go through this place. We want you to record how you feel, and afterwards we're going to ask you a series of questions on a scientific scale. And they said okay. So they go through it, and they said, oh, by the way, the place has been renovated, so be careful. So that's all they were told. And they go through it, and they come back out. Not one of those people said anything that would tie into a paranormal sense. So the other 11 people, they went through, and just before they go in, they told them the same thing. We want you to go through, and you're going to have a pencil and a pad, and they want you to write down how you feel in certain areas of the house. And, when you're done, we're going to ask you some questions on a scientific level. And they said, okay. So they go through, and they come. Oh, and they told them, by the way, it has been said that we don't know. We don't personally believe, but we have been told that this house is haunted. So go. And so they did. And so they go through the house, and it actually wasn't a house, it was a theater. They go through the theater, and they come out and ask them a bunch of questions. Every single one of them got on the scientific questions that they asked them. Every single one of those 11, actually, it's 9 out of those 11, I'm sorry, their experiences were gilded more towards the paranormal. All right. And so it was concluded that the power of suggestion can make you see stuff or believe stuff that really isn't there. I do believe that. I don't think that was a good study. I don't think that, because you would have to. I think the only way that study would have been fair was if the place that they toured was haunted. What this place was, they had no one had ever said anything about this place being haunted or anything. It was just a place they used to do the case study. But there was another one done, and it was done in England. At the this is that place I couldn't remember the name of. It's the Hampton Court Palace in Great Britain. It was labeled as one of the most haunted places in England. The study showed believers and skeptics alike shared remarkably similar experiences in the same areas of the palace. So people that had no idea of, that didn't believe in ghosts had the same experiences as the people that did believe in ghosts and were there to see ghosts. So now they used an actual haunted place, a place that has a history of the paranormal, and they put these people through it, and they go through it. And this is 2 different case studies, by the way. It's not the same people doing it at both places, but it's just 2 different examples. They go through it, and now the people that were believers, all of them did have experiences. Not all of the people that excuse me, when I talk, I yawn. I'm not sleepy, but all of them did not have experiences that would be guilty towards the paranormal. Some did. A vast majority of them did, but not all of them. I don't know the numbers on that. I'll have to get on that, find out what the numbers were. I don't know how many people they used or what their uh, the demographics were of that and the numbers on that study, but I will find out. I do believe in the whole because I told you so theory, because I'll tell people before we do an investigation that before we do the investigation, I don't need to know specifics. You can tell me little stuff like why you called us out here, to do an investigation and why you think there's something going on, but I don't want specific, happenstance. I don't want to know, different things, on a specific level, because if you tell me there's a blue ball floating in the air, I'm going to see a blue ball floating in the air. So, try to stay away from that. So, I mean, that is, there is some credence to that. But I don't think it's fair to use the because I told you so theory on all aspects of the paranormal. So, especially whenever you do a case study that was done that was really unfair. So I think you should just not tell them about it being haunted, but put them somewhere that does have activity. So I think that's the way it should go. So, do y'all agree with that? Making you yawn. I know I can't. When I talk a lot, I yawn. Robert was named Abdal in Florida Keys. I don't know nothing about that. You said something about that earlier. What is this about the doll in the Florida Keys? I don't think I've ever heard of that. East Mortello Museum, Key West. Is that the doll that whoever owned it would have like problems? That little weird looking boy doll, and then they put it in a museum. It's like in a glass case now. Is that what you're talking about? I think I have heard about Robert the doll. He's a little weird. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've heard about that. Y'all know my whole thing on the whole haunted objects things. I'm just. Is that Donna's doll? Don't get us started on that daggum doll, Katie. I want to see it. You went to see it or you want to see it? What, Donna's doll or the East Martello? Or Robert? You don't want to see Donna's doll. Donna's doll is demonic. But yeah, I don't believe in the whole what do you think of haunted objects? You know what I think of haunted objects, Cassandra. I know I've talked about it on here before. And I don't believe it. I don't believe in haunted objects. I don't think that there's the ghost or a spirit trapped in Robert. I don't believe that they can be tied to an object. They might hang around because of an object that they like a house or a car or a piece of jewelry or a person, or maybe even a doll. Excuse me. But I don't think that they're tied to that doll. And I don't think that if Robert did have something tied to it, or not tied to it, but associated with it. Did you see mine on the site? Yes, I saw yours too. Yours looks pretty freaking creepy too. I think, was that you I saw? I did see somebody's. 23 dead is the current count for today's tornado. Dear Lord. Oh, I miss it too. Miss it a lot. Not the tornado. Somebody else said something. But yeah, I don't. And if Robert, I mean, do you think that would still be there? I mean, he's been in a case in a museum for years. That would suck if that was that ghost, right? If that was that ghost stuck in that doll, he's going to sit in that little glass case. My doll is gone. What happened to your doll? Oh my God. Yeah, we got to know. We're going back to this, but we got to know. Yes, he's still there, the doll. Yes, the doll is still there. Yeah, I know. But I'm saying not the doll still there, the spirit that was supposed to be in the doll. That would suck, being in that glass case all that time. That would really suck. So I don't think, I mean, if I was a ghost and I was hanging out in a doll and all of a sudden I got locked in a glass case, I wouldn't stick around. I'd get out of there. Donna, please tell us what happened to your doll. We need to know where that doll is. Where is your doll, Donna? That scares me because I want to always know where that doll is. Okay, so you sold her to someone. So someone still has possession of it. Okay. She sold on eBay. She mailed it to you. She mailed it to me, Johnny. Oh, she better not. She better not have. She better really did what she said. She said she sold it, Katie. It's sold. It's gone. It is not coming to my house. Oh, thank you, Katie. Prayers to all the families. That's right. Y'all, everybody say a prayer for all those families. That's 23 people. So say a prayer for the families. That's so sad. That's right, John. For the safety of the group, we have to know the location of Donna's doll at all times. All times. Not just our group, but for the world in general. Katie talking about she mailed it to you. I would piss myself, y'all, if I opened a package up and that freaking doll was in it. I swear to God, I would. And I'm not scared. Nothing scares me. That would get me. Hi, Melissa. She's finally here. Man, it wasn't that bad. That was Donna's doll? Yes, it was. Oh my God. Please tell me you sold that doll to someone in San Antonio, Texas, Donna. Had to sell her to get to Bama. Please tell me someone in San Antonio, Texas bought that doll. Donna, we're talking about what happens when you die after death. I mean, Melissa, we're talking about what happens when we die. But we kind of got off a little bit on the doll. It's in Kentucky. Dang. That sucks. I was hoping someone in San Antonio so it'd be close to Katie because it would find its way to her house deep in the night. So funny, Johnny. Come in. Come back to Facebook. What? Yes, please. Are you going to bed? You just want a hug. Give me a second. Thank you. See him in the video. Wave. Say hey, everybody. Let's see what they're saying. Oh, sweet. Sandra says hi. Nessa says hello, beautiful. Some your snaggle tooth. See, I lost a tooth. It's coming back though. Katie says, hey, sweet girl. John says, Paragirl. They call me Para Johnny and you're Paragirl. They call Mama Paramama. Love you. You grew. All right, go back in there so we can finish talking.
I'm doing all of them.
Okay, hurry up. Yes. They said, did you get money for your tooth?
What?
They said, did you get money for your tooth?
Yes.
How much?
I don't
was
remember.
$1, wasn't it?
I
think it was $1.
Money.
Yeah.
It's money.
Yeah. All right. Love you.
Thank you.
Come back to Facebook. Why do you want me to come back to Facebook, Melissa? Facebook sucked. Donnie, you need to tell me you sold that doll too so I can buy it. I want to buy it. You should have told me you were going to sell it. Oh my God. Why didn't you tell me you was going to sell it, Donna? That would have been so awesome. You could have told me you were going to sell that doll and I would have bought it without a doubt. I would have certainly bought that doll, Donna. You should have told me. I listened to Missle's account about her haunted house. That was scary. All right. We're getting off into other stuff. Let's finish this up real quick. We're almost done. You can't figure out YouTube? I'm sorry. It's super simple. It really is. It was to me. I mean, I didn't, all we had to do was just log on. It's a lot easier to do the shows on here than it is on Facebook. It's a lot easier to register on here than it is on Facebook. Melissa, have you subscribed to the CAPI channel, to this channel? Have you hit the subscribe yet? And the notification? That way, you don't have to do anything. It just sends you a notification. You just hit the link. $1. The tooth fairy was not even kind to her. Going away for a tooth in San Antonio is $20. You out of your damn mind. $20 for a tooth? You know how many teeth that kid has lost? $20. Whatever. She's 6 years old. She don't need no damn $20. I ain't rich like you, Katie. $20. Y'all know what my wife would do to me if I gave my daughter $20 for her tooth? And placement adjustments. That girl's 6 years old. She don't have to buy nothing. We give her 4 quarters and she thinks she's rich. $20. Out of your mind. You give your kids $20 a tooth? Are you serious? Everything's bigger in Texas. That must be what. That can't be it because she's not Texan. She's Iowan. Spur of the moment sale. Dang. I wish you would have sold it to me. I would have paid. How much did you sell the doll for, Donna? If you don't mind me asking. If you don't want to say on here, you can PM me. But I want to know how much you sold it for. Right, Cassandra? If she can afford $20 a freaking tooth, then she can afford to come to the meet and greet. Until they figured out she's not real. I'll be glad whenever Dakota figures that out. Melissa, it won't let me, what the crap? I guess because you said shit. I'm guessing that's what it is, but it won't let you post that. Hold on, I'm trying to give it permission. There we go. I had some crazy shit happen to me with my security cameras. I used to until they figured out she's going, meet up at San Antonio on the time at 6 p.m. on 16 Chinese going to post the address on the Facebook page. Yes, I will. Donna, you got to tell me how much you sold the dog. Let's finish this up, y'all. Let's finish. We're almost done. And then we can get back into our little chats. So what we need to do is we need to finish our shows and then we'll get into the chats. Where were we? Oh, the second most or top reason or explanation science uses to explain ghosts: electromagnetic fields and spooky sounds. That's true. Electromagnetic fields can and do make us do different things. I think the people during the class remember uh, what we said. Donna, I was so paid that for that. I would have paid more. It would have been worth more than that price to buy that and send it. I would express mailed that straight to Katie. I would have bought that dog just for that, for more than that. I would have gave you $300 for it just to be able to send it to Katie, express mail, and her open it up and see that doll in there with a shirt that says, "Hi, mommy." That would have been, oh my God. I would have paid more money than that to make that happen. But anyway, electromagnetic fields and spooky sounds. They did another study, and they found that places that had large electromagnetic fields, such as we have whenever we were doing investigations, and spooky sounds. They played spooky sounds at a level that humans can't hear with their ears, but we can pick it up subconsciously, they say. I don't know how they gauge that, but okay. They found that people had more paranormal experiences than that. I'm not so keen on the spooky sounds things. I think that's kind of ridiculous and stupid. I think it's, and they call us a pseudoscience. But the electromagnetic fields, the EMFs, I do, that is true. I know that that can do that for you. So, um, uh, so I kind of agree with that, and I kind of disagree with that. I agree with the EMF fields, but I disagree with the spooky sounds things. I'm sorry, that's just kind of stupid. Um, Toxic hallucinations, such, and not just toxins, hallucinations from toxic like drugs, but also from stuff like carbon monoxide, formaldehyde, pesticides, um, toxic mold, which a lot of places that we investigate do have, toxic mold because they've been there for, 200 years. So, I mean, but those things can affect us in ways. So, I think it's interesting that the top three is either a scientific uh, yeah, I would have paid more than that, Donna. You should have told me. You'd have made a lot more money. But yeah, you did good if that's all you paid. Yeah, so CO2 has levels. Yes, it does. And it can help, it can affect us. It can kill us, as a matter of fact. And so can formaldehyde and pesticides and fungi, like a fungal hallucination from toxic mold or something like that. So all that stuff that really can. And electromagnetic fields can affect us in ways to make us hallucinate and feel, hear, and see things that aren't there, and give us headaches and body aches and stuff like that. So that can definitely happen. So I kind of agree with that. But the whole, and the I told you so because I told you so theory, I agree with that too, because I agree that we can be made to believe something is there. By the power of suggestion, to what I'm trying to say. So I agree with that too. And one honorable mention I just wanted to throw in there is sleep paralysis. I'm sorry, I don't agree with this sleep. I kind of do and I kind of don't. Sleep paralysis, if y'all don't know, it goes along the theory that when we have a paranormal experience, it's that moment of awake, of asleep and consciousness. It's that area, that kind of mid-level between consciousness and unconsciousness, where people, I'm sure someone here, I've gotten it before. You get that falling feeling, when you get to that. I've been laying in bed and like be half asleep, then I'll hear something and I kind of jump or grab myself or grab onto something because I feel like I'm falling. And you feel like you're falling, and it's that stage right there that you're in, that you could hear bangs, like really loud bangs. There's the cranial explosion theory there, or not theory, but that's real. A cranial explosion you can have where you hear like an explosion inside your head. You can see stuff that isn't there, like the old hag theory, where people wake up and there's like a old demon witch ish thing on their chest, strangling them. They're in that sleep, that REM stage, but they can be conscious. It only happens about 0.9% of the time, but it can happen. And so I agree that that could be part of it, but you can't explain everything in the paranormal away with sleep paralysis or REM consciousness, because I'm not asleep whenever I'm investigating a site, or I'm not asleep during the daytime whenever I have an experience, or, whatever. So those have their places. They can be definitely factors in what we sometimes conceive as being paranormal. But I don't think that explains it away. So do more research on that, you guys. Definitely really get into that sleep paralysis if you're interested in that. It's a fun read. It really is. It's very interesting. One of the topics that I didn't get into, are not topics, but one of the subtopics that I didn't get into tonight was the paranormal beliefs on life after death. Because I think we're going to do another show, maybe not next Sunday, but soon. I got to do a little more research, but we will definitely do another show on these cats are nuts, on the paranormal side of life after death. All right. Let me catch up with you guys. Let's look at accusers of witches. Johnny made reservations on the place. Yeah. Quit looking frogs before investigations, right? John says, quit looking frogs before investigations. My mom's on shrooms before investigating. Yeah. Kind of lay off the shrooms, Katie, before you investigate. You can do shrooms all the time if you want to. Just don't do them before you investigate. Absolutely, John. People will believe a lie because they want it to be true or they fear it to be true. Yep. I agree 100%. I've had that an out of body experience when I was a teenager. Cassandra, that's awesome you said that, because that's next week's topic. Out of body experiences. How we can be alive and ghost at the same time. I'm really looking forward to that show. I'm glad you said that. Usually I don't tell people until the week, but you said that. I just had to say it because it's so cool that you said that. So yeah, next week's show is about out of body experiences, OOBs. And we'll even talk about how to do an OOB. How you can experience that. You can make that happen. We'll talk about that. So that's going to be a cool show too. No, Melissa, it's not true that you'll die if you hit the ground in a dream. That's a myth. Don't never hit the ground. Yeah, I guess I should say that because I've never hit the ground. I've never dreamed I was falling. I felt like I was falling, like in that, like we was talking about, but I've never had a dream where I was like falling off a cliff or anything like that that I know of. I don't remember a dream. Let me put it that way. But no, you're not going to die if you hit the ground. I know about sleep troubles. They say I need a CPAP machine. How is that going to shut my brain off? You'd be surprised. It can, Donna. You can get more relaxed. The more relaxed you can get, it can shut it off. If someone's never heard of the demon witch on your chest theory and has if someone has never heard of the demon witch on your chest theory and has an experience of that. If someone has, I don't understand. If what happens? I think everyone's heard of the old witch, the old hag on your chest thing, the old hag theory. What's next Sunday? What I just said, what you said, out of body experiences. We're going to talk about having out of body experiences and how to actually have an OOB. I have sleep paralysis. It is scary as shit. I don't have the falling feeling. I can just hear what's going on. TV and my husband and kids having a conversation but can't move. That would suck. You know what? I think that's the one thing on earth that could probably scare me. As if I was laying somewhere and I felt the vulnerability of that would really get to me. That would suck, Katie. That would suck big time. Just can't move but can hear everything around me. I think the vulnerability part of that you're describing would like scare the hell out of me. I really do. I just to know that life is going on around me and I can't move. I would probably have a heart attack. That would get me. It really would. To like just talking about that and reading you say that scares the hell out of me. It really does. It's like you just described a really good horror flick, because that would definitely scare the crap out of me. Well, if my cat Zelda could be considered a demon. Yeah, we have a cat that says, I love you and mama. I'm not lying. I'm going to get a recording. Everybody wants me to get a recording of it so they can hear it, but I'll get it. I'm going to record it one day. But she'll go up to the bedroom door and she'll to our bedroom upstairs and she'll sit at the door in front of the door and say, I love you, mama. I love you, mama. Trying to get Michelle to come out too. And she'll do it when we're downstairs watching TV too. She'll go up to the door and she'll be like, I love you, mama. And she'll do it like several times. I'm like, and her name is Sadie. And I'll say, Sadie, mama's downstairs. And she'll walk out onto the landing. And then after you say that, like 3 or 4, maybe about 10 seconds later, you see the cat's head come over the landing at the top of the stairs. And she'll look down and see Michelle and she'll and run down the stairs and jump on Michelle. So it's funny. But yeah, she'll say, I love you and mama. I didn't say, just did it. Definitely have to message you and tell you about my security camera experience. Save it for the Melissa, you said you would definitely have to message me and tell me about the security camera. Save it for the 16th. Aren't you coming on the 16th to the meet and greet at San Marcos? That'd be a good story. John has some stories he's going to tell, and you can have that story to tell. That'd be cool. How can someone have that experience but never have heard of the theory? Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying now. Yeah, I agree. How could, well, you could have the experience but never heard of that theory. Why would you not be able to? People have experienced stuff that they've never heard of before. They say it only lasts about 30 seconds, but it feels like hours. Yeah, that sucks, Katie. I don't know. That would kick my butt. I'm not kidding you. That I really think would like scare the hell out of me. Mine does too. Mine reaches for doorknob to go in and out. That's too funny. On the out of body experience, I didn't know anything about it. You didn't know anything about the meet and greet? Was you not on here last week, Melissa? The meet and greet, I think we've said like a million times tonight, but we'll say it again because I don't think you might not have been on yet. But it's next. It's March 16th at 6 p.m. at San Marcos Restaurant in Wetumpka. You know what? We'll put up the let's do that now. I'll do that right now, just so everybody will have it. I'll put up the address.
Front
Pull up
door.
the address first. All right. San Marcos in Wetumpka. Okay, somebody's at my door. Got you. All right, here's the address, you guys. I think I'm done with this. It's my notes for tonight. One of them. It is 5311. Come on. Oops, I didn't mean to hit that. Sorry. There's the whole address. Y'all can just like Google Earth that or Garmin or whatever you use to get around. Meet up at San Marcos and we're going to Alabama 6 p.m. on 16th. I'm going to post it. Yep, got the address up there. So, yes, save your stories for then because it's going to be a lot of fun. I think we'll all have a lot of fun sharing stories and just being friends. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to answer this. Anyway, let's see. Are y'all sure you want all my crazy there? Yes, we want all your crazy. 100% of your crazy. Look, there's finally a message come up that I'm not going to allow to come on here. It's from some douchebag talking about porn. How about that? I just think to tell a client that they are experiencing just sleep paralysis when they are witnessing something like a demon or witch on their chest is a bit closed-minded. Yeah, I agree. I would never do that. especially if they've never heard of it before. Yeah, no doubt. I agree with you 100%. Let me get rid of this douchebag. And send that in with it. Now that douchebag can talk, but his messages will be deleted. So now you can talk all he wants, but we can't see you. Ha ha ha! I love YouTube. No, no douchebags. Sorry, dude. Anyway, saw his text until just said yes and something else. Text until just said yes and something. Yeah, he was stupid. I'm not even going to repeat what he said. I'm not going to give him that pleasure of repeating what he said. He's just a douche. You always have these lonely guys, probably in mom's basement. There we go. Yeah, lonely guys in mom's basement can't do anything else, so they troll different things so that they can try to get a rise out of someone. That's why I don't give them that pleasure. So, but anyway, guys, I think we're going to call it quits. Uh-oh, wrong one. Almost banned Cassandra. I'm going to ban this little prick. There we go. They're coming after you now, buddy. You little prick. Yeah, Cassandra, you was almost banned. I was trying to get rid of that douchebag and accidentally hit your there's little dots by your comments where your names are at. And when I pull up the list of people that's on, you were right on top of that guy. And I hit yours first and I looked and moved it over to ban and I looked and saw your name. I almost hit it. That would have sucked. I think it asked me, am I sure though? So I think I would have called it anyway. So is CIE still on? He hasn't said anything. I don't think so. And I don't know what happened to Tom. I've missed y'all for real. Missed you too, Melissa. Of course. Melissa, you have something else going on Facebook. Is that right? You have a little group thing going on Facebook. Something I remember seeing, and you were saying you needed more active members. If you want to plug that on here, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Hey, stop it. I'm right here. You're not alone. Yeah, we missed you too, Melissa. But yeah, what is that thing you have on Facebook? If you want to plug it on here to see if you can get some people to come, I have no problem with that. So type that up and you can plug it for everybody if you like. I have no problem with that whatsoever.
Front door.
At my door. Did you see my question about the bowl and cord? Did you see my question about the bowl and cord? I did not see your question about the bowl and cord. Where was it? Hold on. Let me go back. Cassandra. Is it on left or right coming from Montgomery? Coming from, oh, the place. I didn't see that either. Coming from Montgomery on 231, it would be on your left. Cassandra. What about the bowl and cord theory? I think that's what it's called. Bowl and cord theory? I don't know what you mean. I'm so sorry. What do you think about voodoo and hoodoo? I don't think about voodoo and hoodoo. I don't believe in it. I do believe in the power of unleashing a demon. So that's what a lot of those do. But no, it doesn't frighten me or anything. I'm not scared of voodoo or any of that stuff. Says I don't believe in it. I got a theory. It could be bunnies. I think it is bunnies, especially the hoodoo. I'm thinking too. It could be bunnies. I have 4 bunnies. Do I have 4 bunnies? No, we have 3 bunnies now. We have 3 bunnies in my kitchen right now. Well, when you leave this world or cut the cord, it unravels astral projection. Why does it ask me if you can do that? I don't understand that. Yes, you can. I guess because you was advertising something. But yes, you can, most certainly. I don't understand about this. When you leave this world or cut the cord in, are you talking about the silver cord theory? Is that what you're? The bowl and cup? I think you're talking about the silver cord theory. Because I think I've heard it called the bowl and cup before. I did almost ban her. I know I'd have felt like crap if I'd have banned Cassandra. We can't have this thing without Cassandra. I'm thinking you're talking about the silver cord theory. I'm just trying to think of, because I heard another one. Let me see. Hold on a second. I did see another thing on. I can't see. I can't find. I think you're talking about like the astral cord or the silver cord, the Belladine. Between 2 bodies, but also limits there. I think you're talking about the Belladine, the silver cord theory, because there is the golden bowl. Go. Oh yeah, she says golden. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And yeah, if you're asking what I think about that, I think about it is it's fascinating. I love that stuff. That's what we're going to talk about next week. Is out of body experiences and the astral body and stuff like that. Absolutely. Well, since I had that experience, I was totally out of my body, no drugs involved, was outside my house in my spirit. Well, you say it's only once when you was a teenager. I'm going to show you how you can make that happen pretty much anytime you want. Or I'm going to show you the tools to do that. I don't know if you can do it or not. Not everybody could do it. I couldn't do it for a long time. I was introduced to astral body when I was in really deep into martial arts, and yeah, nobody does understand it. But I tried and tried and tried and couldn't do it, and then I finally did it, and I think it was like the coolest thing ever. But I've met people that can do that through meditation, so much that they can go just pretty much and do anything they want to. So yeah, the when you said golden bowl, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the silver cord theory, and did the golden bowl break and all that. Yeah, so I know what you're talking about now. So yeah, but that's what we're going to talk about next week. Absolutely. Kind of scary. Didn't try to do it. It just happened. Yeah. I've heard of that too, of it happening spontaneous like that. Usually during a tragedy. But yeah, just randomly happening. It's kind of crazy. So yeah, you'll have a lot to add next week. You can tell us stories about that. So that'd be cool. So I think we're going to call it quits for the night. I'm getting tired. I still have a little work to do, and I'm ready to go to bed. So I think that's what I'm going to do is go to bed first, and then do my work in the morning. I had a bad Friday, so won't be that much. I literally sat in my car for like 11 hours Friday evening and Friday night. So it sucked big time. I got caught in a traffic jam, a big traffic jam. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm going to call it quits tonight and get some sleep. You guys do the same. I love you. I will see you. Good night, paranormal friends. That's right. Good night, paranormal friends. I will see you guys next Sunday. Y'all don't forget, try your best. I posted the address. It's 5311 US Highway 231, Wetumpka, Alabama 36092. 5311 US Highway 231 in Wetumpka, Alabama 36092. Is that right? Yeah, 36092. You guys try your best to make it there on the 16th. It would be awesome if everybody could make it. We're going to have an awesome time. We're going to have to FaceTime Katie and Veronica. Veronica went on tonight. I'm kind of worried about Veronica. But yeah, we're going to have to FaceTime you guys. So keep that night open, Katie, to where you can at least FaceTime with us. So you can join in on the fun. You'll have to go get you like some beers and tequila and play along. But I don't think you drink beer though, do you? I think you told me you didn't drink beer. Yeah, Tom was supposed to come. He said he was coming. So yeah, hopefully he'll be there too. But yeah, you guys join us. If you haven't already done this, please like tonight's video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And you guys do me a favor and tell your friends about this channel. Tell them, to join in. I know a lot of you already have. But yeah, tell them to join in. And even if you've already told them, tell them again so that we can get as many likes as we can get. I'm going to do that. Merch is still available. Nobody's buying it. So you guys kind of disappointed me on that. So buy the freaking merch. Still available. And I have more merch coming too. I have some really cool merch. So if you've already bought merch, we got more stuff coming. And you haven't bought the new design because I haven't sold anything since the new designs come out with the sound wave on it. So if you've already bought some, y'all can get some of that stuff too. Love you guys. I will see you guys next week. I'm looking forward to the meet and greet on the 16th at San Marcos in Wetumpka. And I can't, that's going to be a blast. We're all going to have a good time. Remember, wear your shirts, wear your CAPI merch, your CAPI clothes, your caps, your shirts, your jackets, your hoodies, whatever you want to wear it all. Wear your CAPI pajamas if you want to. We do have pajamas, by the way. We have everything. Anything you can possibly think of, we got it. So We have sweats as well now. We can get sweats, baseball caps, tumblers, Yetis, mouse pads, license plates, beer cozies, the koozies, that you set your beer down in. They're pretty cool. But anyway, y'all already know all that. Y'all hit me up or hit Michelle up. If you can't get in touch with Michelle, hit me up. Yoga pants? Yes, I can get yoga pants. If you want yoga pants, I'm sure I can get yoga pants. I can get anything you want. Anything you guys want. So yes, we have yoga pants. But Katie, she's so cray. You so cray. But love you guys. See you next week. I want y'all to have a paranormal week. Do your research on out-of-body experiences, astral projections, because that's what our next week's topic is going to be on. With CAPI instead of juicy. Yes, the yoga pants have CAPI instead of juicy. Hey, we can even get the juicy shorts, y'all. The little shorty shorts. We can get those with the same as on the back, but it'll be CAPI on one butt, or CA on one butt cheek and PI on the other butt cheek. So, yes, CAPI instead of juicy. Absolutely. But thank you guys. We will see you guys next week. Y'all have a paranormal week and buy the merch. Makes great presents too, by the way.